Thank you for having here. So thank you all of our community members. Welcome to Crypto Power community, and I think it will be a great AMS session with the iRocket. So Murad, the firstly, can you please introduce yourself? That how do you connected the iRocket, and what is your designation on that?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Jamard Malachiv, and I'm a co-founder and CEO of iRocket. And iRocket AI is a geo-based mobile game with play-to-earn system that allows players to start playing and earning without any initial fee. Players within the game are space explorers who will search, capture, collect, train, evolve, and battle artist creatures, which are in-game creatures. GPS is used to match the player's real-world location with the virtual world, and when art creature appears in the virtual world, augmented reality is used to overlay the art on the real-world view through a mobile camera. The player's goal is to capture the creature by using special ability, and then proceeding to battle the NPC creatures on the map. All the in-game items and NFT creatures within our metaverse will be as NFTs and powered by blockchain. Yep.
Yeah, thank you, Murad, for describing about yourselves and also the iRocket as you have described. It is a gaming platform. So that's a very well cause nowadays the crypto is moving to the gaming platform cause so many projects are available in this area. So I think you will be successful on that area. Best wishes to your project. So as we have
Thank you.
on the three segment, the first one is introductory, and then Twitter, and then live. So the first questions from the introductory, I mean the official question to you is so the gaming market has been actively developing in recent years and will arise in the future. So, what part of this market do you plan to gate?
Yeah, so it's well because our game is mobile, so it's mainly mobile gaming market, which is huge and um, will be uh, cutting some market from the existing Web two um, games like Pokemon Go, for example, for sure, and incentivizes newcomers with our in-game currency. So uh, on the current track, we're currently building the first version of the app, and we'll be releasing it pretty soon to the public.
Yeah, thank you for that. That's pretty well that you are described that your strategies to get the market to catch up that. So that's very appreciated. So what do you consider the most valuable in your project? So what do you think that what is the strongest area or the valuable area?
I mean, talking about the value, I think it's better to describe our main features which differ us from other projects, which is geolocation, which allows users use their current geolocation, and depending on that, track the creatures, hunt them, capture them, and battle NPC bosses depending on their current location. And of course, the AI technology, a creature capturing process will be done using augmented reality. The user will need to use his fingers and timing in order to capture the creature's DNA um, using the plasma gun, which will also have different variations and will be available as NFT. And unlike most of the PTU games, the creatures within our metaverse can be upgraded in two ways: power ups and evolve. Power ups will increase like the number of the overall stats of the creature, like HP, agility, strength, intelligence, and evolve will increase the number of battles the creature can have. And as a core-main feature of the iRocket metaverse is basically lens. Within our project, the game world will be basically a replica of the real world map, but we will be splitting it in rectangles, which the players will be able to subscribe and own. and the players will have different variations of the ways they can interact within this uh, land, like creating custom quests, raids, and also the chances of getting special alter creature will increase as follows.
Yeah, so Murad, have you done with that?
Yeah,
Okay, thank you for describing about your the most considered or the valuable area. So if anyone wants to know more about the iRocket, you may visit their Discord, their Twitter, and if you have any other questions to know or if you want to know more about the iRocket, so we can ask their Telegram channel also. All are available on our group. You can search on the Crypto Power, you may get it. So, thank you, Murad. So, I saw that your project has many similarities with the Pokemon Go. So, why did you choose this format of this game, and how does your project differ from the Pokemon Go? Can you describe it?
sure. Thank you for your question. So at the start, the idea was basically regarding of the app was more about the move turn, but we gamified it more and made it more like an MMORPG style game. Briefly describing the iRocket metaverse, it's basically the combination of MMORPG mechanics in Pokemon Go, but much more graphical because we're also using the Unreal Engine, and the users, unlike in Pokemon Go, will see the landscape like buildings and can customize it if they own the specific parcel of the land. And regarding the how we differ from Pokemon Go, the only thing which is similar to Pokemon Go is basically a creature capturing process. So the idea of capturing the creature. But other parts of the game, like cleanse mechanics, lens mechanics, um, battle system, and uh, coop raids and daily raids and quests, are completely different and new ideas in our app. And they will also have a different variations, so the users will not get bored from the start. And we'll also be updating the game, so the new creatures will be coming out every month. At the start, there we will be starting with the 10 creatures and 8 NPC bosses. So the user will be able to mint 10 creatures at the start.
Yeah, thank you, Murad. You described it very clearly. Because although there was the format similarity between the Pokemon Go and the iRocket, but there are a lot of things that is differ from the Pokemon Go. So I think the iRocket is more advanced than the Pokemon Go. So anyone can play their game and earn from them, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, so may I ask a question from my side that how anyone can or how can anyone uh, earn from your game? Can you explain it that need to this procedure or so on?
How the players can mint the creatures or play the game.
Yeah,
So the users will be able to start playing freely. You don't need anything to pay at first, so you can start for free. And in order to start battling creatures and moving on to the raids mechanics and co-op missions, you'll need to mint your first creature. So at the start, you will need like on the map there will be randomly spawned different types of creatures, and after you capture a specific amount of them, uh, you will get a DNA from them. Using this DNA, you will put this DNA in your incubator, and then you'll be able to mint your first common creature, which you can then proceed with battling NPC creatures on map, which will give you in-game currency, and joining the raids, daily raids, quests, adventures in our metaverse.
Okay, thank you for your describing very well that how can anyone buy. So no worry about the iRocket game. So those are the gaming lover people. You may play the iRocket game and earn more and more from that.
Yep.
So yeah, that's true. So how is your metaverse remarkable for your future players?
Yeah. So when the lens mechanics will be within placed in our game update, uh, will basically uh, allow users to subscribe to the specific parts of the land depending on the location and their needs. Uh, and after they purchase, for example, a specific part of land, they will have get a benefits from that, and on top of that, they will be able to integrate other projects and partners will be integrated our game. So we already had a partnership with a company called Nine Chronicles game. So we'll be integrating, for example, Nine Chronicles creatures and um, customizing the view of the buildings around the specific zone depending on the needs. And all the projects which will be partnering with us will also be able to do the cooperations, and we can customize the lands and the players can interact with them.
Yeah, thank you. That's great that some of the remarkable metaverse you're working. So, uh, do you have any plan to grow your community all over the world? Because crypto is everywhere now. So, do you have any plan to move on the worldwide, or you want to confine it within an area?
Yeah, so the game is basically will be available worldwide. So no matter where you will locate it, you will be able to download our game and play it. And depending on regarding the our main regions, I mean it's Asia, Europe, America regions. We'll be also placing this the main servers in this area, so the players will have a um, smooth playing experience without lags, and we will then further develop the game with the updates, and we're also planning in the near, like in 1 month or within this month, next month, um, do a early access NFTs. So the players will be, the users will be able to purchase this NFT, or and the utilities of this NFT will be the early access to the game. So like prior to the game launch, 2 weeks prior, the players will be able to start playing, as well as they will have an in-game bonus as a NFT creature or in-game item, and also they will be able to will have a merge discount, and within the game access to live events, which will happening.
Yeah, thank you, Murat, for describing it. That you have a plan also to grow up on the worldwide. So, do you have any plan of staking? Because a lot of investors now are focusing on the long-term investing. So, what about your plan for the long-term investing and about the staking?
Sure, thank you for the question. Well, we will have staking within our game because, first of all, we have a token pool for play to earn, and if the players will want to earn a percentage from this pool, you will need to stake the main currency, which is IRA, play the game, and do some voting in the governance, and you will be able to have a percentage from the uh, main pool. And staking will also have different variations, so depending on the duration the investor will want. So we're planning on 3 variations, and will also be the release of the staking will be straight after the release of the game. Or will be publishing the staking page, which you will be able to visit and deposit the IR tokens and stake them.
Yeah, thank you for providing the information about the staking and for the long-term investing. So, can you tell us about your security system? Cause security is very important nowadays. So, how about your security?
Sure. So prior to the game launch, our app will go through of course, the security audits. The two companies will be doing that, and uh, we'll be also having our in-house um, forensic team, which will be tracking the issues within our security flows. And on top of that, we'll have a system which will be tracking the cheating within the game. So depending on because there are geolocation um, cheating, so that people can use bots in order to change their location. So we will be tracking that as well and moderating the tickets of the cheaters cases as well.
Yeah, thank you for describing about your security. So, can you tell some about your tokenomics? That how do you distribute your tokens for, and how much you allocate it for the community and so many purposes?
Sure. So we'll be doing a public sale after we will do the on the launch mods, which will the any investor will be able to invest to purchase the main currency euro, and using that we will have allocated um, 16 million tokens for that, and also we'll be doing the prior to that the airdrops, and the users will also be able to get some tokens from that. And yeah, yeah,
Yeah, thank you for that. Your great tokenomics. I think with the tokenomics, you will go to the moon very soon. And best wishes to your project.
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So, how do you see the project's further development after the launch?
Yeah. So after the first release of the game, we'll have monthly updates within the game. So adding new creatures, new in-game features like lands, clans mechanics, so you can create a clan with your friends and battle the creatures together, and adding the player versus player and customizations like customize the visuals of your creatures, cosmetics within the game, and overall adding new items, new variations of quests, new variations of creatures. So at the final stage, we're looking at the 200 creatures minimum. So the players will be able to mint 200 creatures, and also they will have different variations. So visually, every creature will have 2,400 variations. So there are uh, a lot that the users can see within the game. So depending on the abilities of the creature, the creatures will be different afterwards.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So no worry about their security, and there are a lot of benefit the iRocket provided to the community. So those who love the play to game, so you must join the iRocket and you can play here and earn here from them. So why just waste your time to playing other games and so on? So just move in the iRocket and earn more and more.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you. So, I'm going to ask the last questions, or uh, just one
Sure.
minute. So does who have the little money? How can they invest your project, or do you have any plan to the small investor?
Yeah, so people have a strategic round and public round. So depending on the investor capital, so it can be either IDO or exchange, buying it on exchange. So we'll basically offer any investor an ability to purchase our tokens, and also the investors who want to get the early access to this IDO's platform can also like purchase this NFT drop, which will be out within 2 or 3 weeks, and this will also give them an ability to get an early whitelist access to these IDOs.
Yeah, thank you, Murad. So I'm going to ask one more question. That can you clarify that what kind of benefits you are providing to the users that who have chosen or who will choose your platform?
Yeah, so regarding the app, you'll be able to passively get income from the game. So by just um, within the day, you can play a game and capture some creatures, and you will be earning passive income during the day. And if you want to get in depth within the iRocket game, you can start playing it daily, like 4 hours, 5 hours a day, going up to in a ladder of the ranks, and uh, earning more or from the in-game pool and in-game currency.
Okay, thank you, Murad, for answering all the questions very wisely. So there are a lot of information in provided through the questions. So I think everyone has got it. So now it's time for the live. So before going to the live segment, do you want to say something towards our community that will
Sure.
be helpful to your project and also for our community? Hello, Murad. Did you
Yeah,
get my
yeah.
question, or should I repeat?
Sure. Can you repeat?
Yeah. I just said that before going to the live segment, do you want to say something or like any important news that must be known to our community? Can you share about it something else before going to the live segment?
Sure. So, um, the timeline of the iRocket currently is basically we'll be releasing our early access um, NFTs in the mid June, and the marketplace, official marketplace, which will have NFT creatures and the login system to the app will be available at the end of June. We are planning to launch the game in August, and we'll also be uh, publishing the page for the lands so the users can go through the world map and see what's available there and how it will look like. And yeah, so if you want to get the first, like, be the first to get the info, subscribe to our Discord and Twitter, or which where we will be announcing the new updates.
So, Mora, do you have any websites? Because I can't see any websites of yours. You just shared your Telegram, Discord, and Twitter.
Sure. I mean, you can go to iRocket.io. I can
Yes.
let me share it to the in the group.
Yeah, sure. I just want to say that you may share it on our group so that anyone can get it.
Here, I just shared the links to most of our links. Like through the YouTube, Medium, the Law of the Creatures, the main website white paper, Discord, Twitter.
Okay, this better now. So I'm going to the Twitter segment. Are you ready for that?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. So the first question to you that the NFT gaming or like the games that are played to win because the more expensive NFT you buy, so the easier you can win. How will the iRocket make sure that their game isn't pay to win and it also fair? So this is important so that the game will keep attracting new players.
Yeah, it's yeah pretty good question because currently most of the games out there you need to pay first if you want to start really earning something. But in our case, you can start by minting your first common creature, and with that you will have a specific amount of the battles the creature can have, and basically moving on to gaining the in-game currency, battling more the NPC creatures. And for example, if you get specific amount of in-game currency, you can level up your creature, and it will be more powerful. And with that, you will be able to beat the more high level bosses, which will get you more in-game currency. And then you will be basically going through the ladder and will be able to uh, fight the raid bosses and all the activities which the players who will, for example, pay straight away will be you will be able to do.
Yeah, that's great. So the great questions I'm going to ask you that why do you choose this blockchain? Do you have any plan to move another blockchain or the multi-chain?
Yeah, so we currently are working on doing them Polygon, but we also uh, will be doing multi-chain. So we'll have different variations of the currencies the players, for example, can use within our web marketplace and in game marketplace. So within the game, you will be able to choose different variations and on our web pages.
Yeah, thank
We'll be
you for
all yeah
providing.
yeah
Yeah, yeah, sure.
we'll
Go ahead.
will we will be also announcing uh the which chains we chose and which blockchains we will be building with in near future. So yeah, the updates will be on our socials.
Yeah. So anyone can join their social links to get more update about the iRocket. No worry about it. If you missed any information from here, you may then later check on their social links. No worry. So, do we need to use our phone's camera to play and win in the iRocket universe? In this respect, can we find and catch NFT creature in every location globally?
So catching the creatures depend on your geolocation. So for example, uh, if you're located in the urban area, so you will be able to catch the creatures depending on like five, which are like 2 by 2 kilometers away from you. So they will be also spawning randomly uh, around you. So even if you will be sitting at home, you'll be able to capture the creatures. And regarding the capturing mode, there will be actually two variations of that. So one is AR using your camera, and the second one is the virtual world, which is like we'll have a game variation kind of style. So it will be like the same but without the camera. And yeah, you will be able to switch off and switch on your camera mode or AR mode or off AR mode, so straight away within the app. So
Yeah, anyone can work in the both mode that camera switch off or on. No worry on that.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So, in these NFT games, for making money, earning tokens is important. So, however, when there is too much, the value of your token can drop, and then the inflation suffers. So, how do you avoid this kind of situation?
Yeah, so regarding the inflation, the main part of our app which will reduce the supply of the in-game creatures and NFTs is basically the battle count, because all the creatures within our game will have a limited amount of battles they can do. So, for example, if you exceed the number of battles, your NFT creature will be burned, and then you will need to select the new one or capture the new one. And with that, you will be we will be reducing this supply automatically, and the player economics will be much better. We also partnered with a firm called Machinations, um, which will be auditing and tracking our token economics within this journey, and they will run the simulations and on our PTO economy and give us advisory during our path.
Yeah, that's true. And great answer. You're describing that how do you handle this kind of situation. So that's amazing. I think your team will are working very hard behind the iRocket. So thanks for your team for working on those aspects on those purpose. So I'm going to ask you the last questions from the Twitter that when the players build a map to fight, it also enables them to steal NFT from other players. So, does this mean a user's entire collections of NFTs can be stolen in a game mode? So, as we play the T tokens and NFT, can we also trade expensive and the massive in-game weapons with the such as NFT?
Yes, so regarding the player versus player, so for example, when you will be battling on in an arena with other player, the only thing you will not lose anything, only the battle count of your creature. That's it. So if you lose the fights, your creature will lose 1 point of the battles that it can do, and the winner gets a little bit of in-game currency, a chance of dropping the in-game item, and will have a more experience or to gain more rank. And regarding the weapons and items, so when you will be fighting with other creature NPC boss um, or player, you will be able to use your items in order to beat the boss. For example, you can drop a potion which will increase the 30% evasion for your creature, or you can use the item which will increase the maximum crit amount of your creature to, for example, to 15%. And the same kind of style items will be around the map, so you can collect them and use them in battles.
Yeah, thank you, Murad, for describing all about very greatly. And you have described about the NFT and how do you handle some of the difficulties on the iRocket. So that was awesome. So thank you, Murad, again. So it's time
Thank
for
you.
the live questions. Are you ready?
Sure. Is that
Yeah. Okay, community, raise your hand so that I can unmute someone. The metaverse. Are you here?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Ask your question,
Uh,
please.
Good evening to all. Uh,
well,
First of all, thank you for giving me this chance. So, my question to Murad is, do we need to use our phone's camera to play and win in the iRocket universe? Is in this respect, can we find and catch NFT creatures in every location globally? Thank you.
yeah, so I think I pretty much summed up kind of this question before. So basically, yeah, you will be able to
Yeah, we
get,
already answer it.
yeah,
I think no problem. You may repeat something for
yeah.
him.
So you will have two game modes, so which is AR and virtual kind of game style or arcade style, and you can turn on AR or turn off it depending on your needs. So, and the capturing process will be done locally. So, if you're located in a specific region, you will be able to capture the creatures which are 2 kilometers away from you, the maximum. And in that area, they will be spawning. And depending if you, for example, move somewhere, this area will also be moving with you. So, yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you,
yeah, please.
Metaverse, for your question. So the next one, Rahul, are you here? Hello,
Hello?
Rahul. Yeah, ask your question, please. Hello,
Hello?
Rahul. Yeah, ask
Hello?
your question.
Okay. My question is, can you explain how is the token distribution? How many token will be minded and how many token will be locked by the team?
Yeah, so overall, thank you for your question. Overall, there will be 400 million tokens, and we split it up the overall token economics into the parts like marketing, public sale, strategic sale, private sale, founders, team, airdrops, liquidity, reserve staking, rewards, play to earn, token pool, and advisors. And the team tokens are 14%. So 14% of this token supply is a team which will be used on developing the game further on.
Yeah, have you done?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Best of luck
Yeah,
in project.
Rahul. If you want to know more about the iRocket, you may visit their social links. So the next one, Aninda Arum, are you here?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, Aninda. Yeah, yeah. How are you today?
Uh, okay. My question about token. My question is usually investor when they already benefit from the increase in token price will withdraw from the project. How do you keep investor holding IRO tokens in the long term? Is there a staking program so the investor can benefit from holding IRO? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. So once we will release the TG event, uh, then we will have a staking program in place. So you will be able to stake the tokens, and why I'm pretty sure that the game will have the tokens will increase in price is because first of all we are mainly focusing on the players, so will gain more and more players within the game, and because of that, the overall circulations within the our project will increase, which will also they increase the volume and the token price, and um, we'll be also making the live events, the updates, which will also trigger the new commerce to join, and the airdrops. So properly marketing the game and the project overall, and I think the project will be on high levels.
Yeah, okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank
for your
you.
question.
So the next one, Bello. Hello, Bello. Are you here? Hello, Bello. You are unmuted now. Ask your question, please. I think he's not in here.
Hello? Hello, can you
So
hear me?
yeah, yeah, we can hear you. Ask your question, please.
Okay.
said, could you please explain how the geolocation on iRocket works? And secondly, are there specific locations where the augmented reality doesn't work? Then lastly, am I allowed to play as both a hero and an arty? Those are my questions.
Yeah, sure. Pretty good question. So, regarding the first one, yeah, so geolocation will be you will be able to uh, get the data on the where the creatures are and the NPC bosses are depending on their geolocation. And how it does it work? So you will basically turn on your geolocation within the mobile app, and it will show you the map around you, the buildings around you, and depending on that, the game will spawn the creatures around you, which you can track, battle, and capture afterwards. And the second question is regarding the AR. You will be able to capture any creature in AR depending any way you will be able, even in the desert or in the urban area or in the forest, no matter where. So you'll be able to turn on your mobile camera and capture the creature. And the third, can you repeat the third one? I think I forgot.
Yeah, my third question was, am I allowed to play as both a hero and an arty?
Hmm. Yeah. So all the players will be playing as a space explorers, which will also have different variations on customization, like cosmetics, how they can look, some in-game bonuses they can have. So you'll mainly be a explorer, which will be capturing the creatures. So it's kind of the main character will be space explorer, and the creatures are just the elements of the game you can interact with.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for your question.
Yeah, thank you, Bello, for your great questions. Thank you. So the next one, it's me, Ridai. Hello, it's me, Ridai. Are you
Hello,
here?
sir.
Yeah, ask your question, please.
Can you ask my question?
Yeah, sure. We are waiting. Ask your question.
Do you have any audit?
Yes, so thank you for your question. So currently, because we didn't launch the token yet, and it's planned, the token audits are not out yet. So we'll have an internal uh, app audit published, and also the smart contracts audits by several companies, because we're taking the security really serious. And yeah, prior to the token sales, we'll be publishing the security audits by top audit firms.
Okay, thank you, Ridai, for your question.
Yeah, thanks.
So, Niru, are you here? Hello, Niru.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can. Ask your question, please.
Okay, so my question, I have a couple of questions. Hi Murad. Hi. Okay.
Hello.
So my question is, I've seen a lot of questions here, and everyone wants to know about the tokenomics. But my real concern is with the gameplay. How can you increase matchmaking ranking? Because I saw that on your website. Also, you also claim to run a free-to-play mechanism without any initial payment. Considering it is augmented reality, which is pretty expensive, how does the iRocket game generate income? Also, from your white paper, I am confused about the dual token system. is it interchangeable for each other, or which exactly is more dominant in your gameplay? Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for your questions. So regarding the tokens, we'll have two variations of tokens. One is a main currency IRO, and second is in-game currency. So the main one will be used in staking, governance of the ecosystem, and also staking, and giving the rewards to the uh, active players within our game. And in game one will be used to use the in-game features like power-ups, evolve, and hunting features, which will give you benefits within the game, and also purchasing NFT creatures, uh, brands goods, and partner interactions. Um, and how we will basically get in
How
time
we will
because we have
basically get in time because we have.
yes. So
Yeah,
we'll
Murad, you can continue.
yeah, sure. So the players will be able to start freely, and because of that, uh, the tokens for all the users within our game will have a 10 days lock period. So for example, if you start playing, your tokens which you gain will be locked for 10 days. Then you can withdraw them. That's done in order to reduce the drop within the currency, and the gaining point, like the how we will gain income from the game, is basically the burnable features, which are three features within the game, plus the lens mechanics. We calculated most of the parts of the PTU game, so it's pretty straightforward. And on top of that, we'll be using the simulation models to track how well our economy performs.
Yeah, thank you for this answer. So this, the next one is, I think, hello Bhisha.
How are you, sir?
Hey, how are you doing?
Ask your question, please.
Oh, yeah. My question, uh, I really wanna hold a good amount of record, but I need to issue of the profitability. Can you tell
Uh,
me the advance ticket of holding record and also where to find it? What is the record token user code and how does it chapter the value of the question your will this is my question.
hello Murad, did you get this? I didn't
Sorry,
get.
the connection.
Uh,
Yeah, the connection was not really good, I think.
yeah, Mila,
Uh,
actually we can't hear you properly, so you need to repeat your question and please minimize your question so that we can
Okay.
understand.
My other question. How can I buy your token uh, right now? And watching wallets about your token?
sure. So currently, you'll not be able to purchase the token because we are still running the other rounds. So the IDOs will be out at the beginning of July. So, but prior to that, we'll be launching in the mid June the NFT kind of collection, which you can interact with or purchase, get a whitelist, free mint. So we'll be doing drops on that too.
Oh, sir. Other
I
question.
think we
How can I share? How can I share with your project? Can I share with your without any investment, or do I have to pay you?
I mean, the process will be done in the main IDOs, but after the IDOs, we'll have you will be able to purchase on exchanges. Um, so we all have different variations. Either it's decentralized exchange or centralized exchange in order to purchase the tokens.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you
thank
so
you,
much.
Murad, for your question. So I'm going to take the last one. That is Muhammad. Hello.